Welcome back to ABCGH Spoilers channel. Today, we're diving into the explosive developments in Port Charles that are keeping everyone on the edge of their seats. From Quartermain family turmoil to shocking confrontations at General Hospital, there's no shortage of drama this week. Betrayals, secrets, and bold moves are shaking up relationships and power dynamics, and we're here to break it all down. Let's take a deep dive into the latest twists and turns in the lives of your favorite General Hospital characters. Tracy Quartermain is out for blood, and no one is safe. Tracy Quartermain is known for her razor-sharp wit and iron will, but this time, she's beyond furious. The Quartermain legacy is everything to her, and nothing infuriates her more than seeing it drag through the mud. The chaos at the Metro Court was bad enough, an explosive confrontation between Drew Quartermain and Carly Spencer that left everyone talking, but what has truly set Tracy off is what came after, the revelation that Drew spent the night at the Quartermain gatehouse with Willow Tate. For Tracy, this isn't just a scandal, it's a blatant act of disrespect. She had made it crystal clear that Drew had no business being at the gatehouse, let alone engaging in an affair with Willow under the very roof that once belonged to Michael Corinthos, his nephew. In her eyes, this isn't just an issue of morality, it's about preserving the dignity of the Quartermain name. Expect a fierce confrontation where Tracy holds absolutely nothing back. She will tear into Drew with a fury that will leave even the most hardened Quartermain shaken. She may even push for drastic action, perhaps even suggesting that Drew be cut off from family privileges, including access to Quartermain wealth and property. Could this be the final straw that drives a permanent wedge between them? Adding to the tension is Carly, who isn't one to let an attack slide. If Tracy comes for Drew too aggressively, expect Carly to retaliate in full force. This is a war that could have lasting consequences on the already fragile Quartermain family dynamics. Brad Cooper takes a stand, but is he ready for the fallout? Meanwhile, over at General Hospital, a storm is brewing, and Brad Cooper is standing right at the center of it. He has never been one to seek out confrontation, but when he sees something suspicious, he refuses to stay silent. And right now, there's something very wrong about Cyrus Renault showing up at GH. Cyrus is a man with a dangerous past, and his sudden presence at the hospital has raised more than a few red flags. He had been banned for a reason, and his unexpected return suggests that he has unfinished business that could be criminal in nature. Instead of tiptoeing around the issue, Brad makes a bold move. He confronts Cyrus directly, demanding to know what he's up to. But Brad doesn't stop there, he goes so far as to threaten to call the police, an action that could set off a chain reaction of deadly consequences. If Cyrus was simply trying to avoid suspicion, this move just put him in a tight spot. What is he hiding? Could there be incriminating evidence somewhere in the hospital, something so damning that he had no choice but to risk exposure in order to retrieve it? Adding another layer to the drama is Jocelyn Jacks, who has long been wary of Cyrus. If she catches wind of what's happening, she may step in to warn Brad that he's playing with fire. But will Brad listen, or has he already put himself in too much danger? If Cyrus feels cornered, he might not hesitate to retaliate, and Brad may soon realize that standing up to a criminal mastermind comes with dire consequences. Willow Tate faces a life-altering decision. As the chaos unfolds around her, Willow Tate finds herself at a critical crossroads. Staying at the Quartermain gatehouse had seemed like the right decision at first, but with everything that's happened, Drew's involvement, the increasing family tensions, she is beginning to have second thoughts. At the heart of the issue is a deeper question: where does she truly belong? The Quartermain family has given her stability, but it has also brought her endless complications. Would she be better off walking away and reclaiming control over her own life? Enter Nina Reeves, who is determined to convince Willow that she needs to stay. In a heartfelt conversation, Nina will tell Willow that she is exactly where she should be and that leaving now would be a mistake. But is Nina simply looking out for Willow, or does she have her own motives? This decision is about more than just location, it's about identity and loyalty. If Willow stays, she will have to navigate the treacherous waters of Quartermain politics and power struggles. But if she leaves, she risks alienating those who have come to depend on her. With so much at stake, she must weigh her options carefully. But here's the twist: Drew's actions at the Metro Court may end up influencing her choice more than she realizes. If the family fractures beyond repair, will she really want to be caught in the middle of the wreckage? Or will she choose to forge her own path, away from the chaos? Sasha Gilmore finally snaps, and no one can blame her. And finally, we come to the woman who has been pushed to the limit, Sasha Gilmore. For weeks, she has been the subject of whispers and rumors, but nothing could have prepared her for the humiliation she experienced at the Metro Court. Drew Quartermaine, in a heated moment of confrontation, had the audacity to publicly air what he thought was Sasha's secret, a supposed affair with Jason Morgan. The revelation sent shockwaves through the crowd, leaving Sasha in an impossible position. But Sasha isn't just going to sit back and take it. This is the last straw. Expect an explosive moment where Sasha lashes out, not just at Drew, but at everyone who has treated her like a spectacle rather than a person. She will confront Drew directly, demanding to know what gives him the right to speak about her private life. And here's the real question: is he even right? The paternity of her child remains a mystery, and Sasha is under no obligation to explain herself to anyone. Will she deny the claim outright, or will she throw everyone off with a calculated response? Either way, she is reclaiming her narrative. Adding fuel to the fire, she may call out Carly Spencer as well, pointing out that Carly herself has been involved in plenty of scandals. If Carly thought she could sit back and watch, she might find herself dragged into the conflict, whether she likes it or not. One thing is certain: Sasha has been underestimated for far too long. This moment marks the beginning of a new chapter for her, one where she is no longer the victim, but the one in control. Final thoughts: the drama is just getting started. Port Charles is in chaos, and the fallout from these events is going to be massive. Tracy is on a warpath, Brad has made a dangerous enemy, Willow is at a crossroads, and Sasha is taking control of her destiny. With each decision, the balance of power shifts, and one wrong move could lead to irreversible consequences. What will happen next? Who will rise, and who will fall? Stay tuned, because this story is far from over. Next, we're diving deep into the latest shocking developments in General Hospital, where grief, vengeance, and shocking revelations shake Port Charles to its core. A brutal murder has shattered families, and the hunt for justice is about to take a dangerous turn. Let's unravel this heart-wrenching storyline that has left fans on the edge of their seats. Cyrus Renault has blood on his hands, but he won't get away with it. The truth is out, and now Cyrus Renault is a marked man. He may have been hiding in the shadows, playing his twisted game of life and death within the walls of General Hospital, but his reign of terror is coming to an end. He has been poisoning innocent patients with lethal doses of digitalis, masquerading as some kind of divine force, perhaps even seeing himself as an angel of mercy. But what kind of man targets the weak and vulnerable, turning a place of healing into a hunting ground? The horrifying revelation that Michael Corinthos was almost one of Cyrus' victims makes this even more personal for Sonny Corinthos. The mob boss may have spent years controlling his own empire, but nothing ignites his fury more than someone threatening his family. Michael came dangerously close to death, and now that the truth is out, there is no doubt that Sonny will stop at nothing to make sure Cyrus pays for his crimes. But Sonny isn't the only one seeking justice. Dante Falconeri, Sam McCall's fiancé, is also reeling from the loss. His future with Sam was stolen in the most brutal way imaginable, and Dante is not about to let the man responsible walk away unscathed. The Corinthos and Davis families have suffered one loss too many, and with Sonny, Dante, and a heartbroken Michael all looking for payback, Cyrus had better watch his back. The devastating impact of Sam McCall's murder. The ripple effect of Sam McCall's tragic and senseless murder continues to spread, leaving devastation in its wake. One of the most heartbreaking moments came when Alexis Davis was forced to deliver the gut-wrenching news to her other daughters, Christina Corinthos Davis and Molly Lansing Davis. What should have been a period of healing after Sam's heroic liver donation turned into a nightmare no one could have foreseen. Telling Christina and Molly that their beloved sister wasn't lost due to a medical complication but rather a deliberate act of violence was one of the most agonizing moments of Alexis's life. It's one thing to lose a child to natural causes, but to learn that Sam was murdered while recovering from surgery? That kind of grief is unbearable. The Davis family is shattered, and Alexis is standing on the edge of an emotional cliff. For someone who has fought tirelessly to maintain her sobriety, this kind of loss could easily send her spiraling back into old, destructive habits. As much as we hope she won't succumb to the temptation of alcohol, her grief may push her to the brink. But in this moment of despair, there is one person who may be able to keep her from falling apart: Sonny Corinthos. Sonny Corinthos and Alexis Davis, a bond strengthened by grief. Sonny and Alexis have a complicated history, but in the wake of Sam's murder, their bond has grown stronger than ever. Grief is a powerful force, and Sonny understands loss better than most. He has endured the unbearable pain of losing a child before. His son Morgan Corinthos was also taken from him in an act of senseless violence. If there is anyone who can help Alexis navigate her pain, it's Sonny. During an emotional heart-to-heart, Alexis confided in Sonny about her struggle to cope with Sam's death. She admitted how tempting it was to drown her pain in a bottle, but she also recognized that doing so would dishonor Sam's memory. Sonny, ever the pillar of strength when it comes to protecting those he cares about, reassured her that she doesn't have to go through this alone. He knows firsthand what it feels like to be consumed by grief, and he won't let Alexis face this battle without support. But grief and anger often go hand in hand, and Sonny's fury is growing by the day. Now that he knows someone tried to kill his son Michael the same way Sam was murdered, his thirst for vengeance is undeniable. Sonny has always played by his own rules, and if the justice system fails, he won't hesitate to take matters into his own hands. The question is, how far is he willing to go? The injustice of Sam McCall's murder: who will bring Cyrus down? Sam McCall was a fighter. A survivor. A woman who had endured hardship, danger, and loss but always came out stronger on the other side. That's what makes her murder even more gut-wrenching. She wasn't just an innocent bystander, she was a hero. She had willingly sacrificed a portion of her liver to save Lulu Spencer's life, only to have her own stolen in the most cowardly way imaginable. Recovering from surgery should have been a time of healing, but instead, Sam was targeted by Cyrus Renault's twisted mission. We still don't fully understand what drives him. Does he truly believe he's doing the Lord's work, or is this simply another power play for a man who thrives on control and destruction? One thing is certain: justice must be served. But will it come from the law, or will Sonny, Dante, and the Corinthos family be forced to take matters into their own hands? With emotions running high and the stakes even higher, Port Charles is on the brink of war. Final thoughts: the battle for justice begins. With Sam McCall's murder shaking Port Charles to its core, the fallout is only beginning. Alexis is struggling to hold on to her sobriety, Christina and Molly are reeling from the loss of their sister, and Sonny is prepared to do whatever it takes to protect his family. Meanwhile, Dante is consumed with grief and rage, and Michael is lucky to be alive after nearly falling victim to the same fate. Cyrus Renault has made a fatal mistake. He didn't just kill Sam, he declared war on some of the most powerful people in Port Charles. And if he thinks he can slip away unnoticed, he's sorely mistaken. The hunt for justice is on, and whether it comes from the legal system or through Sonny's brand of retribution, one thing is certain: Cyrus Renault is living on borrowed time. Next, we're diving into the latest scandal that's shaking Port Charles to its core. Affairs, betrayals, and jaw-dropping revelations are taking center stage, and the drama is only just beginning. From heated confrontations at the Metro Court to shocking accusations about Jason Morgan, things are spiraling out of control. Let's get into it. Carly Spencer's bombshell accusation and the fallout. Tensions ran high at the Metro Court as Carly Spencer walked in, ready to confront Drew Quartermain with a fury that shook the entire restaurant. With the energy of someone who had just been handed undeniable proof of betrayal, Carly wasted no time in publicly shaming Drew for his actions. Her words cut like a knife as she called him a sleaze, accusing him of sleeping with his own nephew's wife and leaving behind a clear sign of his indiscretion, a tie that, ironically, Carly had given him herself. The sheer boldness of Drew's actions left everyone stunned, but Carly wasn't finished. She didn't just want to humiliate him, she wanted him to understand that he would never be half the man Jason Morgan was. The entire room was captivated by the confrontation. Tracy Quartermain, ever the instigator, was practically giddy as she watched Drew get ripped apart in front of a packed restaurant. But just when everyone thought the drama couldn't escalate further, Drew retaliated with a jaw-dropping revelation: "Your beloved Jason knocked up Sasha Corbin." Gasps echoed throughout the Metro court. The accusation hit like a thunderbolt, leaving Carly momentarily speechless. Sasha, known for her resilience, is unlikely to let the speculation faze her. She has always made it clear that her baby's father is her business and no one else's. But with Jason in Germany, it's only a matter of time before the truth about the real father, Michael Corinthos, comes out. The question remains: how will Carly react once she discovers the actual paternity of Sasha's baby? And how will Michael handle the backlash when the truth inevitably surfaces? A scandalous discovery at the Quartermain Gatehouse. The morning before the Metro court blow-up, Carly had just returned from Germany, bringing gifts for the kids and paying an unexpected visit to the Quartermain Gatehouse. What she didn't expect was to stumble upon undeniable proof of Drew's secret affair. Willow Tate greeted Carly warmly, showing no signs of discomfort or hesitation. In a surprising display of civility, she even offered Carly a cup of tea. But as Carly made herself comfortable, her sharp eyes caught sight of something that stopped her in her tracks: a tie draped carelessly over the couch. But this wasn't just any tie. It was the tie. The one Carly herself had gifted Drew, a tie that should be nowhere near Willow's home. In that moment, all the pieces fell into place. Drew and Willow had ignored Tracy Quartermain's explicit orders to stay away from each other. In fact, not only had Drew visited Willow in secret, but he had also hopped the fence just to see her. And judging by the state of things when they came downstairs, Drew hurriedly fixing his clothes while they exchanged an intimate kiss, it was obvious what had transpired the night before. What should have been a discreet affair quickly turned into a full-blown scandal. Carly wasn't about to let this slide, and from that moment on, she knew exactly what she had to do: confront Drew in the most public, humiliating way possible. The Quartermains and their never-ending drama. The Quartermain mansion has always been a breeding ground for drama, and Drew's reckless affair has added even more fuel to the fire. Tracy, who had forbidden Drew from seeing Willow, is now reveling in the fallout. Tracy has made it abundantly clear that Drew has no place at the gatehouse, yet he blatantly disregarded her wishes, sneaking in like a rebellious teenager. It's one thing to have a forbidden romance, but to be so careless that he left behind evidence? That's another level of recklessness. For Tracy, this is the ultimate satisfaction. She warned Drew, and now, thanks to Carly, the entire town knows about his indiscretions. But while Tracy may be enjoying the chaos, there's no doubt that Michael Corinthos will not be pleased when he learns that his uncle has been involved with his wife in his own home. Will this lead to an all-out Quartermain war? With emotions running high and tensions reaching a breaking point, Drew may find himself not only ostracized from the family but also facing serious consequences for his actions. What's next for Sasha Corbin? Sasha Corbin has already endured enough heartbreak, and now she finds herself caught in yet another scandal not of her own making. With Drew's reckless accusation about Jason Morgan being her baby's father, she is once again thrust into the center of unwanted attention. Sasha has always been private about her pregnancy, choosing to keep the father's identity under wraps. But as the rumor spreads, she might no longer have the luxury of silence. While the claim that Jason is the father may hold for now, it won't be long before Michael's name enters the conversation. If Michael is revealed as the true father, how will Carly react? She has always been fiercely protective of her son, but this revelation could shake her to her core. Michael, known for being level-headed, might not take kindly to the fact that his mother is about to blow up his secret. And let's not forget Jason. If and when he returns from Germany, he'll have to address these rumors himself. Whether or not he chooses to take responsibility for the child to protect Michael's reputation remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: Sasha's life is about to get even more complicated. Final thoughts: the fallout will be explosive. The Quartermaines are in shambles, Sasha is now the target of salacious gossip, and Carly is on the warpath. What started as a simple affair has spiraled into one of the biggest scandals Port Charles has seen in years. With Michael on the verge of being exposed, Carly refusing to back down, and Drew desperately trying to defend himself, there is no telling how this will end. The ties between family, loyalty, and betrayal are unraveling at lightning speed, and the fallout will be nothing short of explosive.